It's about us right now, baby. Where you going? Back at it again, you know how it is. Babe. Through the playoff picture right now. Playoff picture right now, you know, number 2 seed. Trying to finish the game. Trying to finish the season off with number 1 seed. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and get right into it, guys.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago,
the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Fields. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Bears at 9-2 to start play. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Nwangu. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys. Made the play.
Touchdown, Bears! Braxton Berrios. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Hello? Hello? Yo.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest.
All right,
21 carries, 91
Whoa.
yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now Lawrence. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I don't know how the hell they got that one.
50, plant. Coming west.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Lawrence. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 8 coming up. To throw is Fields. Dancing to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Another run down for Nwangu. Down at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 25 on second down. Fields. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Bro, I saw through the Hopkins. I don't know what the hell? No. Hold on. I threw the Hopkins.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
What the fuck?
From the 16, Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 16-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down carry for Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a 1st down throw. Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say. Because
and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Fields trying to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st down, Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Rondell Moore, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Now Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Washington.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll just get rid of it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action with Lawrence. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The Lions move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught left side, Hopkins. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. From the 30 on 2nd down. Fields leaping, and he makes the grab. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll buy some time right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The slant complete to Hopkins. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Back to throw, Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A final shot now for Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Prick our quarterback. There we go. That's what I'll be looking for. Prick our quarterback. Who quarterback picking up? Let's have all of the above.
Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Off the play fake, Mills. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bears at 10-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And even though it's the offense with the ball now, how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout. It was really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle. An absolute masterpiece.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 65 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair: 19 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one: the man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mills. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Play action now. Mills. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down. Mills. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Mills. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Fields on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fields now to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it. Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mills. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
To throw again on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. To the air again, Fields. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a catch by Hopkins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, 36 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, Mills. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mills on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long... Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on second down. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here's Fields.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
On 4th down, Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the sack on 1st down, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that they're weak.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mills. Here's Tony on the quick slant. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. De'Ami Brown from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. That's complete to Tony. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mills to the air again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On the run is Nwangu. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Short throw to Disley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Fields.
And oh, what a catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.